Hello, Gab. It's time. It's happening. It's time. Yep, it's this one. No, no avoiding it. It's happening, and there's nothing we can do about it. Hey, it sounds like the mic is delayed. Really? Is it that bad? I think I can deal with it. I don't want to close it and reopen it. So now we wait for people to roll in. I am, this is one of the routes I was dreading having to read. It's rough. Hi, is your computer okay? We have fixed it. It is fixed. It's gonna be a bit longer for like the stream effects and things like that. Have not seen the last route, which was meaning to watch the VOD, but then I didn't because I just love having ADHD so much. Do you want like a too long didn't watch? I can give you one while we're sitting here waiting for people to roll in. Spark notes? Okay, so Haruki is a homeless male prostitute who believes that he cannot love and will never be loved. He goes on these adventures with a maid named Mina, and they try to solve the mystery of Natsume's death, which all amounts to Haruki admitting that he does not believe that there's anything weird about man or gets dragged around by a maid and dies. Yeah, so since he's homeless and he has an issue with his lungs, he just dies in the streets and people kind of just step over him and they don't care and he's left for dead. And so that is one that I have a hard time stomaching, and I sat with it and I cried after stream. I had my after stream snack. I had my apple and I'm just sitting there crying to Novelle about how sad it is. And then the blonde guy goes, "How could you do that, whatever your name was?" Exactly. Yes, Fusion, you know what it's about. Fixed equals working around with duct tape. So he had to do all kinds of insane shit to try and get it to work. But we're like, I would say 75% sure it was just one of the Xbox controllers acting up. So of course it would be something very, very simple like that. Where's my phone? The fuck yeah. So basically what was happening was the Xbox controller was like switching between being a controller and a mouse like over and over and over again. So that was causing everything to lag, which duh, of course it would. Yeah, Xbox. Hello, Kira. Welcome. I feel like I'm just putting this route off. I'm really, deep breaths, mentally preparing myself. Something I said in chat last one of these I showed up for, I don't know if you saw it, but Kato and Ryo's routes both have you find them where the other's route ends. You're correct, they sure do. That's a thing it does. It does it all the time on my PC, but never had lag. That's so weird. It might just... Our setup is a lot to deal with. We got like the 3 monitors here in the living room, and then we have a ridiculously long HDMI and like USB hubs going into the bedroom, so we can use our streaming PC from there as well. So that is probably the culprit of a lot of things that just don't work, mysteriously, for whatever reason. To be fair, I'm also running on 64 gigabytes of RAM, so it probably never fucking notices. Yeah. I don't know how much RAM we have. Yeah. Oh, back to Kato's route. I was thinking about what Gab said about at the end of Kato's that Ryo's might actually still be in the basement. I think Gab's right about that. Otherwise, blonde guy would have been like, oh no, Rio, but you know, he didn't say anything. So I think Gab's right about that. I never thought about it like that, and I think you're right, Gab. I think you got that. Any specific things they found out about the guy's death in that route that'll be important? Yes, actually. We know that Natsume was missing for 3 days, and his body has already been cremated, and we don't know where he was for those 3 days, and he was found in like a river, I think, right? Unless I'm misremembering. So that's what we have. Oh, and yep, he gave the maid a cell phone before he disappeared. Yep. So we have all kinds of juicy little details. Missing for 3 days, found in a body of water. Yep, gave his cell phone away. Yeah, no one knows how he died. And it's really interesting that we only get those details in Haruki's route, I think. Okay, have I stalled long enough? This is one of my favorite routes, by the way. Well, it might actually be my favorite route, but all right, let's do a thing. Time for the objectively heaviest route. Yup. 100%. This is one of 2 sections of the game that I love it. It's really great. It's wonderful. It's so well written. Minato is like the best character. I love him so much. But this is one that I've been dreading. I don't think catching a hoot and naming a gamer will help me now. No, probably not. Yup. Hi, Kato, unhinged bastard. All right, where are we sitting this time? We are taking a seat on the left. That is where we're going. I took a seat on the left. I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. Oh, sure, feel free to. Ugh. I kept gazing at the flowers. Skip. Hey, insane guy. Hi, abuse victim. Hi, male prostitute. Hi, 4th guy. Don't know you. Sorry. Oh, I am very curious about you, though. Finding myself somewhat curious about him, I decided to follow him with my gaze. As we often do. He slowly approached the coffin with a downcast look. The snow-white flowers seemed to be a perfect match for his prim and proper aura. As he bent over to place his flowers, his glossy locks swayed forward, hiding his eyes. His youthful looks made him appear almost ethereal and had completely captivated my attention. He then slowly stood up and returned to his seat with his head hanging even lower than before. I'm not sure what this game is about. My fault for being too tired to stay awake during the streams. Basically, all of these dudes have an insane amount of trauma and horrible things happen to them all the time, and there's this weird manifestation of all of their like issues. It indulges their worst impulses and leads them into ruin. And that's where we're at. Yep, I don't know you. Oof, baggage, uh-oh. Except Kato, who arguably causes the bad shit around him. I mean, I guess cheating. Ah!
Just call me _ZR just subscribed.
Well, hello, welcome. Hi, Sans. Uh-oh is the, I don't know you, Kato. Where am I sitting now? Sit, seat ahead. All right, we're in it now. I chose to sit in the seat before me. It was where you can find many of Natsume's classmates. Most of them had already left, save for a few stragglers. I heard sobbing coming from my side. As I looked toward its source, my gaze met that of a student. I'm sorry, don't mind me. Care to use this handkerchief? Thank you. Your eyes will get red if you rub them with your hands. This yellow handkerchief. What about it? Oh, nothing. How close were you to Natsume? We were just classmates. Though we didn't talk much at school. Move my microphone. Maybe he didn't even know I existed. Still, he was a really gentle person. Perhaps a bit unreliable at times, but he was always so considerate of those around him. Being around Natsume would always make me smile. It drove me to work harder, too. You see, I wanted to put a smile on the face of the person who's been cheering me on. Recently, something sad happened, and I went to work in low spirits. But since it was work, I tried my best to act cheerful. Natsume's always been full of smiles. On that day, though, he looked conflicted and left without saying a word. And when it was time for my break, Natsume, who should have been home, was standing right in front of the store. He was holding a bouquet of large, yellow flowers. When I asked him about it, he answered in his usual timid tone and said they were for me. He suggested I decorate my room with them. I mean, you couldn't really do that with flowers that big, right? But all he did was smile. Natsume was smiling. I'm sorry for rambling your ear off like that. It's okay, I appreciate you telling me. I should be the one thanking you. I'll make sure to give you back the handkerchief once I've cleaned it. It's okay, you can keep it. Huh, I can't just... You can, it's for crying for Natsume. Anyway, I'll be off now. Take care. Sure. Natsume. This yellow handkerchief, I peed on it. Also, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I am more ahead of the game, and the entire thing is very Umineko core. I have to assume that's complimentary. Natsume, why? To think that someone as kind-hearted and gentle as him would just... Even as the funeral came to an end, I still couldn't quite process the fact that he was gone. It felt unreal. I could never see him again. As I gazed upon the flowing river, his face bubbled to the surface of my mind. I'd never even considered that I would one day live in a world where I could no longer see him. I should have made an effort to talk to him more. I kept repeating it. I muttered it to myself, almost in a state of delirium, as if nothing had happened. I knew I would fall apart otherwise, and I would no longer be able to maintain this delicate balance. MAMIYA? The music continued to play, like a flowing river. I felt like happiness had slipped through my fingers. Every new breath I drew was shorter than the last. MAMIYA? What would you do if the world came to an end tomorrow? It was a silly conversation starter, nothing more than pointless small talk. To make you appreciate your day just a tiny bit more. After all, no one had seen the world end yet. It was a tiny, delicate thing I tried desperately to protect. Yet having broken away from even that, my soul now lingered in a limbo with nowhere to go. And so, with no one around to pay me even the slightest bit of attention, the river continued to flow uninterrupted, like it had done every day. I'd never compare something to Umineko as an insult. Beautiful, yes. Minato actually felt a connection to Natsume. They all felt a connection to Natsume, they just don't know him, I would say. I guess maybe except Haruki. Where's my mouse? Yes, everyone should play MAMIYA. I'm just, every little thing I see of the sequel, just, I'm like frothing at the mouth for it. I'm so excited. Ugh, I keep delaying. Okay. Tojo, what do you think about this place? Wow, the atmosphere looks amazing. Did it just open? Yep, let's invite Ayabe and check it out. Sounds great. There's also a great clothing store just nearby. I think you'll love it. Really? Then let's go tomorrow after classes. It's him! It's Kikuchi. I heard he got into another fight. I mean, who does that in this day and age? What do you think, Tojo? Huh? Oh, well, I don't condone violence, but I also don't think Kikuchi's a bad person. Really? Oh shit, he's glaring right at us. He's giving us the evil eye. I think he only looked this way because he heard his name mentioned. Damn, this might have put me on Kikuchi's shit list. Tojo, have my back if he starts something. Oh yes, I saw that today too, Fusion. And I'm just... Yeah, Rio Protection Squad, yes! Imagine that. You starting something with them. You don't even remember their names, do you? Look at them! Mm-hmm. Your corn soup's gotten cold, I guess. I'm impressed you figured out I'd be on the roof. Well, who else would come up here in the middle of winter? I gave my gruff childhood friend a quick glance as I helped myself to another spoonful of soup. He was disinterested, leaning against the fence, clutching a worm can in his hand. His sharp gaze might come off as a tad intimidating, but once you got to know him, it'd become clear that it was just a side effect of his social awkwardness. His name was Kikuchi Ryo, and he was my best friend. Come on, Ryo, would it kill you to be a little more social? If everyone knew how nice you were, I'm sure they'd... No thanks. Sounds like too much of a hassle anyway. You know, I'm sometimes envious of how you never feel the need to suck up to anyone. I like that about you. Honestly, I'm terrified to even imagine what it'd be like if someone hated me. It's because you've got lots of friends, unlike me. Huh? Ryo gazed at the sky in silence. You should be proud of that. Thanks. Heaving a quick breath, I stole a glance at Ryo, who apparently didn't seem to mind the cold all that much. Wanna head back in? Sure. I'd always loved winter. It was freezing cold, offered little in the way of colors and vegetation, but for some reason, it reminded me of a song from that time. It would always move me. I made a simple breakfast consisting of nothing but plain toast. The memo hadn't changed for 3 days now. I'm off. I proceeded to lock the door, like I always did, and sighed as I looked at my old, worn-out key. If only I had someone to have meals with. In the mornings, there was a higher chance I'd end up sharing the elevator with someone I wasn't particularly fond of. I could never get used to being confined in a tiny, claustrophobic space with another person. And, just as expected, there was already someone in the elevator, a man in a mod's coat. I fixed my eyes on the number display to try and stifle my awkwardness. The elevator stopped on the 4th floor, and the doors wouldn't open. Huh? I tried pushing one of the floor buttons, but to no avail. No way. It's him! Oh god, Minato likes Chris's music. Run away. Wait, does Minato have heterochromia or is that just shading? Minato does have heterochromia. Minato is connected to everybody. He gets around. The man had also realized something was up and started mashing the open door button. He had no more luck with it than I did, which seemed to irritate him quite a bit. Don't tell me it broke. I felt all the blood rush from my face. Just my luck that something like this would happen on a day when we'd be having a test first period. What do we do now? We need to get in touch with someone. I managed to get through to someone after pushing the emergency button a few times. However, the voice on the other end informed me it would take some time to fix the elevator. There's no signal here. Panicking wasn't going to solve anything, so I mustered all my courage and addressed the irritated man. How about you? Huh? Are you, getting a signal? And if I did, I'd have to lend my phone to you? Is that it? No, I mean, if you'd rather not, that's okay. You seem pretty desperate, though. Well, anyway, I'm not getting a signal either. I see. Gritting my teeth, I quickly turned away from the man. Relax, there is no point in getting angry here. I took a few deep breaths, and after a while, I could feel a faint vibration. Oh, realizing that the elevator had been fixed, I heaved a sigh of genuine relief. I can't believe I didn't notice the heterochromia until now. It's obvious in his character portrait. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost one of his defining characteristics, I would say. Out of my way. Hey! The man behind me headed toward the door, but as I stepped in his way, his expression changed to that of surprise. Excuse me? I hurried off ahead while he was still confused. Well, that certainly made me feel a bit better. Oh, I need to contact the school. I broke into a run and headed off in the direction of the station. What's wrong, Tojo? I've never seen you in such a bad mood. This sucks. It's still early in the morning and I already feel awful. Damn, something serious must have happened to get you this worked up. Here, have a Pocky. Oh, you have no idea. And thanks. You can have this too. Oh, aren't these the ones they only sell in winter? I've been wanting to try them for the longest time. Wow, they're pretty good. Well, I'm glad they helped cheer you up. But man, I really don't want to run into that jerk again. Here's hoping he doesn't actually live on the same floor. Hey, Tojo, come here for a sec. Why are you whispering? Because you're shouting all over the place. Anyway, listen to this. I found this really awesome free site the other day and... Oh, nice thumbnail, right? It's some of the best fat material I've ever seen. I, don't really... What, you're gonna tell us you're not interested? Are you sure you're a high schooler? I am, but not to that extent. Really? I thought this was pretty normal. You really ought to rub one out from time to time. Don't let it build up. I'll do it at home. Ideally, Minato, you should only do that at home. No need to be shy about it, dude. Teenage boys are the worst. I'm just not cut out for this. I bet Rio wouldn't talk about these kinds of things. I better find him and have him cheer me up. I made my way up the stairs leading to the roof. But there was no one there. Only the cold winter sky greeted me. Oh, right, he said he'd be busy with his part-time work. I see. For some reason, the wind felt even chillier on the empty rooftop. Might as well head back. Found you. Huh? Standing on what I thought to be an empty roof. It wasn't that bad, thankfully. I think all teenage boys are bad in their own way. Anyway, beautiful art. I love this so much. It's so dynamic and cool and That's a bizarre looking boy. Are you out of your mind? I finally found you, Tojo Minato. Huh? Me? The boy danced through the air before gracefully landing beside me. I've wanted to meet you for a long time. Okay. Where do you live? Are your parents around? I came to see you, Minato. I don't feel like I'm getting through. Actually, how do you even know me? I know you. Or I might not. What's that supposed to mean? So, talk to me. I want to know more about you. Are you messing around with me? Not at all. I'm quite serious. Quite serious, you say? Oh, cool. This one's from the apocalypse. Granted, that was late teens, but still, you can from experience whether I was that bad or not. Okay, fair enough. Fusion, you weren't that bad. That said, there was something about the boy that made me believe the sincerity of his words. All right, what's your name? MAMIYA. I see. I felt a tinge of nostalgia upon hearing his name. Could it have been a result of the peculiarly enigmatic first impression he'd given me? I'm still a little confused, but... Well, at least he was cute. Nice to meet you, MAMIYA. Wait, what? However, when I left the roof and headed for the gates, I realized MAMIYA was nowhere to be seen. I thought he wanted to know more about me. Well, whatever. Guess I'll head home. The moment I went outside, I realized something was off. A group of girls were whispering among each other. Hey, don't you think he's kind of handsome? He looks a bit intimidating, but hey, you think that bike is his? Tojo, do you know him? What? I turned to face the girl who just addressed me and immediately froze up. Ugh. I know Minato's MAMIYA was the first one I saw, so I might be biased, but it's my favorite. I like Rio's the most. I like the rabbit. It's probably because it it reminds me of the Robbie rabbit. Such dynamic art. How our eyes met. Pink hair, earrings, Maud's coat. The man sounded a mocking snort while twirling a cigarette between his fingers. Hey there, we met in the elevator. I'm really sorry, but I happen to be in a hurry, so... Where's Natsume? Excuse me? I waited ages for him, but he was a no-show, so I came to pick him up. Anyway, where is he? Natsume's no longer here. Alright, I'd forgotten. It's great that you remembered, but please leave. You're being a bother. Then you come with me instead. Why me? Is he someone you know, Tojo? Miss, no, I just... Please tell your friend not to smoke in front of the school. It's clear I'm not wanted. Let's bounce. Oh, wait, hey! The stranger ignored my yell and instead pulled me away from the street. Anyone want to listen of this guy's MAMIYA? I assume he had one. Yes, he did. Is the music loud for anyone? It sounds loud to me, but just this game's kind of like that sometimes, so just let me know if it seems loud. What's that all about? Yielding to the man's tenacity, I found myself putting on a helmet and getting on a bike. I'd never ridden one before. I really wouldn't look good if I fell off and broke my neck here. Huh? This is crazy. How do you even know Natsume? Not telling you. What? God, now I'm even more confused. I love Haruki, just an agent of chaos. And so we ended up at a pachinko parlor? You may not have noticed, but I'm underage here. Shut the hell up and get in already. No, I can't just... Look, no one's gonna find out, and if they start asking questions, I'll scare them off. Getting the kids in the door early. Not as bad as Rain was in Kato's. So is it loud or... As the man opened the door, I found myself overwhelmed by a barrage of ear-splitting sounds. The sheer auditory nightmare inside the place made me wince. But the man didn't seem to mind. He walked over to one of the pachinko machines without so much as batting an eye and sat down. Only a bit. Okay. I can lower it a bit. Shush. Is that even lower? I don't even know. There. Play. Me? Why? Natsume would play for me every day. He would? Did you also threaten him? Well, he admittedly wasn't a big fan of pachinko, so he wasn't too happy about it. So why don't you just play yourself? You ever heard of beginner's luck? Haruki? Well, there you go. Now that you know what this is all about, go ahead and pull that switch for me. I had no choice here. Besides, he'd probably let me go after a few rounds anyway. What? It keeps rattling all over. Is that normal? Whoa, don't stop, man. Keep on pulling. Huh? Yeah, just like that. Come on, hell yeah. Oh, well, what is happening? Check this out. We won big time. You rock, man. Yay. I love Minato so much. The man I exchanged a couple of high fives and kept jumping around in joy. I had barely any time to process what had just happened. So what's your name, kid? Tojo. My name is Tojo. Tojo, gotcha. I'll make sure to remember it. Oh no. I was hoping I'd never see him again. I'll be counting on you, Tojo. After the incident at the pachinko parlor, the man offered to give me a ride home. Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever asked your name. It's Morichika. Anyway, I'll see you around. Oh, but I thought you lived here. Huh? We met in the elevator this morning, remember? The woman I'm seeing lives here, that's all. He sounded somewhat disgruntled. Could it be that... Oh, I see. You broke up. And that's why you were so grumpy in the elevator. I made a deliberately mean expression, to which Morichika simply clicked his tongue in an exaggerated way. Anyway, I'll see you around, Tojo. I'm exhausted. Welcome back. Oh, where on earth did you come from? Is there anything you need? What I need is a break. Earlier today, some weirdo I've never met before forced me into a pachinko parlor. I'll kill him. You'll what? A kid like you shouldn't say stuff like that. I was serious, though. Okay, fine. Jeez, why don't you just come inside? Getting teenage boys into gambling. I love it. He doesn't need to try so hard. Gacha games exist. Tojo doesn't seem... Minato doesn't seem like the... He doesn't seem like the gacha game type. Mamiya nodded. Sighing, I turned the key in the lock and headed inside. I'm home. Do you live alone? Huh? Oh no, I've been a latchkey kid for as long as I can remember. Latchkey kid? What's that mean? It means both my parents work, so they only come home in the evening. Weren't you lonely? Huh? Not really. I mean, most elementary school kids play outside with their friends anyway. I see. That's a relief to hear. Huh? I mean, I'm glad you weren't lonely. You're a good kid, Mamiya. Well, it's because I love you. Really cutting to the chase, huh, Mamiya? If his friends got into a gacha game, he'd get into it too. That's true. Oh, trust me, the right license will open that treacherous rabbit hole. Yeah, Limbus Company is calling my name, I'm afraid. I think a gacha might got me. It's gonna be over for me, Fusion. Like, I'm in too deep with Library of Ruina. It's over. Thanks? I ended up furrowing my brow at his surprising statement. Realizing it was almost time for dinner, I checked the fridge and decided to use the expired pork I found in there. You know how to cook, Minato? Yeah, though I can't make anything fancy. Incredible. Come on, you're exaggerating. Alright, it's done. After washing the cabbage, the chives, and a few leeks, I cut them up and salted them. I let them marinate for a while, then added some seasoning and mixed them up with minced meat. Come on, Mamiya, help me out a bit. What am I supposed to do? You scoop up about this much with a spoon, then mix it up with the rest. Okay. Unexpectedly, Mamiya pulled off his gloves and began diligently washing his hands. Wow, you're not completely hopeless. I can't believe Mamiya washes his hands. Who knew? I was thinking that Rabbit Mamiya is the best Mamiya, but Gas Mask Mamiya is becoming a competitor. I've been playing the Haikyuu gacha game for 45 days. Holy shit. You can't judge me anymore. I will judge until it's over for me. I maintain the right until then. Is this how I'm supposed to do it? Yup, looks good to me. You're not half bad at this. You're better, though. Well, I've been doing it for a while. Mamiya sounded a chuckle. He might have even been smiling, but behind that gas mask of his. I boiled some water as Mamiya was about to finish his task and transferred everything to the pot. As I did, he continued observing me with profound interest. I thought you'd be frying these. Oh, these aren't normal gyoza. They're called water gyoza, or... I don't know how to say that. Jiaoji? Probably? Something like that? Are they better than boiled? I'm not sure. I suppose it depends on the person, but everyone says my jiaoji are pretty good. I started cooking around the same time I got into high school. It made my parents happy too. Yeah, I bet. Less work for them. Out of all the things I could make, jiaoji was their favorite. Having someone else try your cooking is an entirely different feeling compared to eating alone. I found myself smiling as I waited for the pot to start boiling again. Oh, that's probably Mom. Mom, watch the fire. Okay. Hello, Mom? You won't be coming home tonight? Dad too? I see. No, it's okay. I know your job's more important. Bye. Minato. And I went out of my way to make Jiaoji and everything. There was no way I could eat them all on my own. Guess I'll just wrap them up and eat them for breakfast tomorrow. Minato. They taste so much better when they're fresh though, but I suppose work comes first. I guess I'll just have to accept it. I'll eat them. Huh? I want them too. Are you sure you can do it? There's a lot. Quite sure. A ludicrous amount of Jiaoji lined the table. Following my example, MAMIYA dutifully clapped his hands together. Holding his chopsticks with perfect form, he gracefully picked up a piece of Jiaoji. But how was he planning to eat it? Would I finally be able to see the face behind that gas mask? MAMIYA lifted the Jiaoji to his face. Huh? Which proceeded to simply vanish. Tastes good. Oh. Oh, okay. Hello, Lil. I mean, we all have intrusive thoughts. You really think a MAMIYA threatening to kill someone for you is going to be healthy? Everyone who's here, fair warning. This is really dark. This is troubling, and if you don't know what you're getting into, be wary. Tastes good. That being said, this is one of my favorite visual novels of all time, if not my favorite visual novel. Cancelled. Look, the last route we were already dealing with like a gambling addicted male prostitute who died in the streets as a homeless man. So, yeah. All the trigger warnings. That's all that needs, every single one. If you can think of a trigger warning that should be applied, it's applied here. That being said, it's one of the best pieces of fiction I've ever consumed. Thanks. Oh, you can have some more if you want. I urged him to try another one, hoping to confirm whether or not my eyes were playing tricks on me. It was entirely possible I blinked and missed it earlier. I love this. Just like last time, the Jiaoji once again disappeared. I love Jiaoji. One thing was for sure, MAMIYA continued to be an enigma. What's that? It's a cassette tape. Oh, I've heard of those. They're used for listening to music, right? Yeah, though I doubt this one will work anymore. Why's that? You want to try playing it? Your cassette player sounds like a lawnmower. It sounds like they're making money off my life story and I should sue. I agree. What content warnings does MAMIYA have? Yes. Not gonna make a definitive comment on the logistics of this potentially fake ephemeral little boy being able to eat food, because I feel like they'll address it. Well, we can't confirm whether or not he's eating it because it's just disappearing. So, do with that what you will. What an awful song. Listening to it feels like someone's drilling a hole through my brain. That wasn't the song. The tape is just worn out. Well, tapes get worn out over time, but this is what happens when you play one too many times. So, what did you have on... What did you originally have on this one? Just an old song I recorded a long time ago. Was it your song? Yes, or rather, mine and one other person's. Well, it's not like you can really tell that from the way it sounds now, though. Why do you still keep it around, then? I keep burping? Also, are you flying solo? I am! I have done 4 solo streams now, all by my lonesome, because Novelle's fingies hurt. And I'm gonna pick up the slack because I'm a big girl now. Hello, Sans. Gonna have a recap on what's happened so far. Haruki has gotten Minato into gambling. And now Minato has a MAMIYA in a gas mask that somehow magically eats gyoza, but they just kind of disappear. That's pretty hype. totally getting over my social anxiety. I will. He's probably asleep, but I will. I don't know. Maybe I'm still holding out for hope that I'll get to listen to it one day. Even though I know it's stupid. I can fix it. What? Like I said, I can fix it for you. How? With the power of love. You know, I like this MAMIYA too. Telenovela, he's built like the number 7. Sans. What does that mean? Donnie can officially add Twitch streamer to her resume. You know, I should. It would be very funny. MAMIYA turned to face me. For a brief moment, I felt thoroughly overwhelmed by how sincere he seemed. I'm not lying. Suddenly, an odd static-like sound escaped from behind his mask. He says, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Was that some sort of spell? Exactly. All you have to do is chant it, and just like that, your tape is as good as new. As usual, MAMIYA spoke with overwhelming intensity. That's pretty cool. It'd probably be a bad idea to delve too deep into this. Besides, MAMIYA seemed more than satisfied with my half-hearted reply anyway. Don't you think so too, Minato? Yeah. It sounds great in theory, but I wonder how realistic it is, or how good it even feels. It doesn't matter how it feels, it's about how it looks. Just imagine yourself, good God, just imagine yourself getting squeezed by a huge pair of jugs. The sight alone should satisfy any guy. Sorry, I gotta take this call. It's from my part-time job. Right. I'm so tired. What's wrong, Minato? I thought you were gonna take a call. I just wanted to get out of there. What for? I thought you were of the social kind. I mean, I'm pretty good at getting into the flow of most conversations, but that's the one subject I can't handle. MAMIYA, standing confidently atop the roof fence, started swinging like a spring when I leaned against it. Like stuff about condoms or different sex positions. I don't like talking about things like that. It feels vulgar. I wonder if I'm just weird. Do most high schoolers enjoy talking about that kind of stuff? I don't get it. Are you not interested in sex, Minato? Well, I am. I mean, I do like girls. I've even dated someone. But I don't like talking about it. So this swanky jazz. 7 is the coolest and lucky. Well, just witnessed someone's car insurance skyrocket. Oh, do tell. My dryer has been at 1 minute for like 10 minutes now. I'm sure there's no risk of house fire fusion. I'm sure it'll be fine. Dojo, you free? Not right now. All right, then let's go. Come on, I don't have time to waste on you. Look, Minato's being pulled away by that older guy. We should record it. Oh, I don't like that. What is wrong with you anyway? Do you have too much free time on your hands? Not really. I'm busy gearing up for battle, actually. Should I spell it out in a way even a kid like you can understand? No thanks, just let me off this thing. We're already here, though. Huh? Wait, is that horse racing? Let's get our tickets. Wait, I don't even know the rules. Doesn't matter. Taking kids gambling, all kinds of gambling. You're amazing, Tojo. Knew I could count on you. I'll never doubt beginner's luck again. High schoolers rule, man. Hello, what's up? You lonely or something? Sure, okay. I'll come over tonight. Fix something up and wait for me. Bye. Was that your girlfriend? Nah, more like a sex friend, I guess. What's with that look? Even you must have had a girlfriend or two. Wait, don't tell me you're still a virgin. I'm not. Knew you were a playboy the moment I saw that pretty little face of yours. Haruki! That's inappropriate! Although... I almost got hit, avoided being in a car accident, but the guy behind me got smacked. Don't be a 50 miles per hour Jeep going through a tight residential area. That's that speed limit is 20. Thankfully, I heard the engine revving so hard, so I could feel how fast he was going before he got close, so I pre-moved wide. Ugh. I just, I don't understand people who do shit. Like, did they think that they're immortal? Oh wow, Minato and Haruki are going to be an amazing pair. Polar opposites, right? God, I love them together. They're so fun. Want me to hook you up with some chicks? I know a few that are into cute. No thanks. I don't need your help. Just get away from me already. Dude, calm down. Don't touch me. Ugh. Hey, wait, Tojo, come on, man. Haruki's such a fucking loser. I love him so much. As Mr. Moichika collapsed onto the ground while holding his stomach, I left the racetrack as quickly as I could. That's true. He does know how to fight. That is canon. I don't think they think. Well, hello, Ace. How am I? How goes it? For now, it's going fine. Here at about like the halfway point, it's going to be going very bad, Ace. And the weather's bad on top of heavy rain. Why be a dumb? Honestly, is it okay? Is it just me, or do people around like in North Carolina drive worse in the summer? Also canon, mentally unstable, most likely, 100%. Minato having a meltdown may help Haruki from gambling today, and therefore help him actually fighting homelessness, or cause him to stay homeless. It is gambling. Some are definitely okay. So I'm not crazy. At least I don't. What is it? Does this like the heat make people dumber? A familiar bike caught my eye while passing through the parking lot, but I didn't stop to look at it. I found myself surrounded by buildings I didn't know. I continued on with no particular goal in mind, hoping to eventually reach a station. God, I'm so pathetic. Hey, you just kicked his ass. Hey, Tojo. You again? Why did you chase after me? I ran all the way here, and that's the attitude I get? Look, I told you not to touch me. Let's go grab something to eat. What? I know a good ramen joint nearby. Come. Will you let go of me already? Not listening to a word I just said, Mr. Moichika kept pulling me along. The conversation pretty much stopped there, and I was too embarrassed to look up. By the time I finally did, we'd already arrived at a ramen restaurant. So true, Ace. I had to restart my laptop. Now I'm back. Donnie, has anyone had the epiphany yet? Nope, not yet, Gav. But I'm so excited, Gav. Ugh. 2 large tonkatsu ramen, please. I'm not serving you anything until you pay your tab, pal. Easy, dude. I got the cash right here. Oh. I really should be going home now. Hey, don't be like that. Come on, eat up. Listen, I guess I was kind of out of line back there. I think most high schoolers would have appreciated that conversation. It's just that I wonder how Natsume would have reacted. I briefly recalled how he used to be in class. He never stood out, but he didn't really blend into the crowd either. A perfectly neutral classmate, one who is no longer with us. 2 large servings of tonkotsu ramen coming right up. Go on, dig in before it gets cold. Okay, I might as well try it. I didn't have much of an appetite, but ended up trying some of the noodles anyway out of sheer peer pressure. Classic. Pretty good stuff, huh? Mr. Morichika flashed a wide grin. However, I was too busy slurping my noodles and soup to properly answer him. That was great, thank you so much. Feel better yet? I glanced at Mr. Morichika and saw him chuckling to himself. You did like it, didn't ya? I did, yes. Good. We'll come here next time, too. What, you got a problem with that? No. You don't have to go on. I'll readily admit the ramen was delicious. Huh, okay. After paying for our meals, we ended up heading toward the horse racing track again. I never really talked to him about that kind of stuff. Natsume, I mean. Now that I think about it, I don't actually remember what we used to talk about. Weren't you close friends, though? I mean, you did go to pachinko parlors together. Well, it's more like Natsume was just kind of there. It felt neutral to have him around, you know? But there was a feeling in the back of my mind telling me there was something off about him. Minato, your ace, move on. Are one of these two gay for the other? You know, I feel pretty confident in saying that Haruki is straight. Minato? Well, that was a feeling I could certainly relate to. I had exchanged several conversations with Natsume, but I never felt like I actually got through to him. He was like mist, intangible, impossible to grasp. He seeped into my life inconspicuously, almost like a natural phenomenon. Thank you, Mr. Moichika. I'll be fine on my own from here. Morichika. Huh? Just call me Morichika, man. What? But you're so much older than me. That's what Natsume called me. Oh, okay then, Morichika. Cool. I love them together! As I walked out of the station and into my neighborhood, I sensed someone behind me. Minato? Holy! My scream ended up drawing some unwanted looks from a handful of passersby. I gave Mamiya an indignant glare, but I couldn't tell his reaction through the gas mask. Minato? Minato, wait! Minato? Hold on, there are way too many people here. Okay. We walked for a while until we got to a less crowded area. Once we reached the river, I finally spoke up. Well, what did you want, and who are you anyway? My name is Mamiya. Yes, you've said that before, but you always just sort of appear out of nowhere. I'm here to protect you from your enemies. Are you now? Where are we? At a river. It's close to where I live. You don't look too happy. Don't you like it here? Can't say I'm a huge fan, though. It's dark and gets loud after rain. But I know it very well. Even though you don't like it? I know it because I don't like it. I suppose that's how it works. I see. It makes sense now. You want to know something cool? Huh? I can teach you a very special spell. It'll make you enjoy things you hate. Ever so slowly, Mamiya spread his arms in a rather exaggerated fashion. His fingers danced gracefully in the air, filling me with an odd sense of excitement. I wondered what he'd show me. Bibbidi bobbidi boo! It's a magic spell. The river continued to flow. I don't think it worked. That's strange. It should have. Let me try again. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Why is it like this? You know of a game I might like, maybe? Do tell. How do you feel about the river now? I can't say I like it just yet. What a shame. It looks like your magic doesn't quite work on me. Okay, I think that's enough fooling around. I'm always serious, though. Sure, whatever you say. Boo. Hey, keep that boo to yourself. I gave Mamiya's gas mask a light flick. It made him cover his forehead and fall completely silent. Come on, surely it didn't hurt that much. You're really blowing that out of proportion. I'm sorry? Stroke it gently. Yeah, no. Minato's just, I love Minato. Minato's the best. Hey, dude. Hello? You gonna get on? Well... Morichika brought me somewhere other than a gambling parlor for a change. He stopped at a random park and sat down on a nearby bench, just enjoying the dry chill of the wind. The hell you got that sketchbook for? I have some homework to do for art class, so... Morichika had a quick peek at my work as I desperately tried to keep the lines straight. Hey, don't look! Oh, I see. You're drawing a potato. It's a self-portrait, actually. After a few moments of silence, Morichika burst into laughter. You serious? That's supposed to be a person? What happened to his eyes? You sure that's not a potato? God, I can't look at this thing. Come on, you're being extremely rude, you know that? Sure, I may not be the best artist around, but I honestly don't think this is even a matter of skill at this point. Morichika crouched down, trying desperately to catch his breath. You think you could do better? Huh? I mean, you'd have to look pretty hard to find someone worse than you. And try drawing something. Here you go. Huh, man, what a pain. Fine, whatever. You're drawing a potato. This is supposed to be a self-portrait. That's a good thing you look like a potato. You mean Minato is not a potato? I like potatoes. I just think they're neat. I think you could argue Minato is vaguely potato-shaped. Taking my sketchbook and pencil, Morichika started silently scribbling something on the page. I did my best to telegraph to him that I'd absolutely make fun of his drawing if it turned out to be worse than mine. He waved me away, indicating that I was getting in his way. Here you go. Okay, let's see if you're fit to critique the work of others. I love, look at Minato's smug face. I love him so much. Look, I just scribbled some random crap. Don't expect it to be the Mona Lisa or anything. Too late for modesty now. I'll make sure to... I stopped mid-sentence as I looked down at the page. See, told you not to expect much. Morichika. What? This is amazing. Can you draw more? Huh? Why'd you never tell me you were this talented? I don't really think it's good enough to brag about. You think so? But still. What? Well, it's just that... Seriously, what's your deal? After that, we played a game where we had to draw all sorts of famous characters from memory. Morichika laughed at every single one of my drawings. I had my fair share of laughs too. His memory didn't seem to be as good as his drawings, and many of his characters ended up missing vital characteristics. It had been a while since I'd laughed this much. Their dynamic is so cute! I love them! Why'd we come here anyway? You usually take me to a pachinko parlor. I'm just killing time until it opens, and I don't want to waste money. Speaking of which, it's about time. Hop on, Dojo. Oh, okay. Can you take a 10-minute to half-hour bathroom break so I can shower without missing anything? I don't think so. So is there a scene? Is the scene that I think coming up? Is it coming up? I hope not. Is it? Follow me. Hey, I hope you're not taking me somewhere weird. Come on, man. Come on, man up and get in. Shower later. Honestly, Gab's right. Morichika opened the door. Oh, it is, isn't it? And my senses were immediately overwhelmed by loud, up-tempo music. Colorful lasers danced all over the place, blinding me like a mole. Did you just bring me to a club? Wait, never been, blah, blah, blah. What, never been to one before? What am I even supposed to do here? Just enjoy yourself, man. Haruki, it's been ages! Out of nowhere, a girl in a skimpy outfit interrupted our conversation and flew into Morichika's arms. Her sinuous motions made me gulp. Morichika, hi. Huh? I had completely lost sight of Morichika in the crowd. How am I supposed to enjoy this? All around me, young men and women were shaking their bodies to the rhythm of the music. However, I felt too overwhelmed to actually join them, and ended up gravitating toward the corner of the room. That's quite a large discrepancy, 10 to 30 minutes. I leaned against the wall and simply observed the chaotic spectacle around me. Colorful lights, a catchy, energetic beat, and an entire sea of people just dancing. I felt like I'd wandered into another world. Here you go. I was suddenly addressed by a young girl. Oh, thanks. She was offering me a paper cup. Taken in by her smile, I drew the cup to my lips. Is this alcohol? Of course it is. I'm underage. Me too. I'm 15, but everyone else is doing it, and besides, it tastes nice. A pinkish liquid in the cup had a sweet taste for the most part. It was probably just some kind of soft drink mixed with a splash of alcohol. Well, it does taste pretty good. Hearing me agree, the girl let out a chuckle. She then took a long, hard look at my face. Wow, you're pretty handsome. Huh? You think so? Maybe it was just me, but her eyes looked kind of dewy. Pink and cyan colors illuminated her slender nape. You too. And just like that, a girl below my age ended up drawing me into the unknown world of adults. Her glossy lips pressed against the edge of her cup, and my heart skipped a beat as I watched the alcohol slowly trickle into her tiny mouth. Jesus Christ, man. What's your name? Minato? Minato, wow, even your name sounds cool. Is this your first time here? Yeah. A friend brought me along, but I have no idea what to do in here. Oh, that's easy. You just gotta go with the flow of the rhythm. And occasionally hit up a few strangers for a quick chat. Like you did with me? Well, aren't you having fun? Well, talking to you is pretty fun. Sometimes I shower and sometimes I get lost in thought for 20 minutes as I sit under the pouring water and then shower. Yeah, sometimes you just have to brood in the shower. I understand. I was so much a club guy in college, and now I could never imagine even walking in one. I have never been to a club that was not a strip club. You're so cute. Huh? Hey, wanna ditch this place and go somewhere else? Just the two of us? What? The girl pulled me out of the corner. Oh. As we made our way through the dancing crowd, I caught a brief glimpse of Morichika kissing that girl from earlier. I've been dreading this route, man. As we stepped outside, I allowed my lungs to be filled by the chilly air of the streets. Compared to what it was like inside the club, the difference was day and night. Hey, hold up a second. Minato. As the girl kept tugging on my arm, I ended up losing my balance. Before my brain could process what was happening, I felt something warm and heavy press down on me. Dragged into some deserted alleyway, I ended up making out with a 15-year-old girl I didn't even know. The taste of the alcoholic drink I had earlier spread across my mouth. Hey! The alcohol had begun to do its job, and I felt my consciousness waver. A sudden, metallic sound jolted me back to reality. What are you doing? You don't want it? I mean, we just met. I don't even know you. I'll have time for that later. The girl didn't stop. Stop! Ugh, God. Time appeared to grind to a halt, and I blacked out. A familiar ceiling, hands touching me, unfamiliar emotions, nausea, the sensation of alien flesh. Stop it! My body twisted and contorted by itself. An indescribable shudder rose from the pits of my stomach, paralyzing me. No, someone. Minato! Oh no. It was only a matter of time. It was every trigger warning, every single one. I snapped out of it, and I looked up. I saw MAMIYA standing on one of the rooftops, peering down at me. Seeing him finally brought me back to my senses. Minato? I'm sorry. I pushed the girl away and ran. I could hear her call out my name, but I didn't stop. I continued running, not caring where I'd end up. It wasn't her fault. None of this was. Minato. Having run out of breath, I stopped at some random park and fixed my clothes. Minato. I was still shaking. My entire body was drenched in sweat. Minato. MAMIYA. Are you okay? Yeah. I mustered up a nod. I was still too shaken to ball my hands into fists. I'm alright. But I've probably hurt her pride. She was so cute, though, and totally my type, too. And yet I feel like such a loser. Minato, After that, MAMIYA helped me get back home. My head was throbbing. I felt like someone had just punched me in the face. It was probably the alcohol. Oh, the memo had changed. My parents had seemingly come home and then left again before I arrived. Inside, I found a couple packs of instant food on the table. My parents most likely left them so I'd have something to eat for dinner. I felt entirely too tired to even consider eating. Instead, I headed straight to bed. Before I could reach my room, though, my phone rang. Feeling suspicious, I walked over and gave the display a glance. It was Morichika. We need more media that portrays victimization of boys and men, and more media that shows that women can be rapists. Amen! You should watch Super. How old is Minato? Not old enough. Hello? How'd it go? How did what go? I saw you leave the club with a girl. Sorry, I'm done with that. Well, sounds like you got turned down. Well, don't let it get to you. You'd have to be like me to get lucky on your first try. It all boils down to experience. Don't take it too hard, kid. That's not what happened, though. Instead, I was simply reminded of my own critical shortcomings. That was all. What's wrong? I gotta go. I need to go to bed. Hey, wait. I hung up without letting him finish. Feeling thoroughly drained, I collapsed onto the sofa and passed out almost instantly. Not old enough to gamble or drink. Yeah, he made 15 sound significantly younger, so probably like, what, 17? I assume Minato might just be 16 given the way he talked about her age. That's why I was going for 17, because I feel like 15 and 16 isn't enough of a difference to be like, oh, like she's younger than me. In middle school, we had this girl who'd always wear pants. She had short hair and refined features. At an age when other girls enjoyed displaying their legs, she wouldn't be caught dead showing hers. Then again, she was gorgeous enough for it not to matter. I had the chance to exchange a few words with her when we both joined the same committee. Why do you always wear pants? I don't like skirts. Her tone made it clear she was annoyed by my question. When it was time to buy uniforms, she figured she'd get pants instead of a skirt. Why? Because they were easier to wear. That was all there was to it, according to her. Her profile as she listened to the briefing looked like it could easily belong to either a boy or a girl. And yet, the rather conspicuous bulges on her chest were unmistakable evidence of her femininity. The boys never had a choice. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Ugh. God, my heart. Jesus fucking Christ. Hello, Pulver. I'd never seen her since graduating middle school. With her grades, she ended up advancing to some well-known, prestigious school. But from time to time, I couldn't help but think, was she still wearing pants, even to this day? Minato! Someone please!
Hey, listen!
I checked the official website. Minato is 17. I think Minato is just the entire LGBTQ plus, actually. Correct! Is something sad happening right now? Yeah, you know, sometimes you're a 17-year-old and you get dragged into a club and you're underage and then you get, like, assaulted by a girl and you're, like, blaming yourself for it, you know. He's all of them at the same time, correct. My eyes won't open. I need to go to school. Good morning. Hey, Tojo, good morning. Did you know we're gonna have a math test later today? Really? I haven't studied at all. What will it even cover? Oh, probably. Upon arriving at school, I exchanged all the usual greetings with my classmates. Don't miss message. Minato and Rio are 17, Keito is 15. Keito is gigantic for a 15-year-old, and Haruki is 22. That makes sense. Their upbeat, idle chatter made the melancholy I'd been feeling since last night gradually fade away. Despite how awful I felt when I woke up in the morning, in the end, not skipping school proved to be a wise decision. Thoughts like that continued passing through my mind as we began testing each other's math knowledge. Hey Tojo, you got some time after this? Yeah, I've got no plans for today. Oh god. Can I come over to your place then? Oh, and I'd also be bringing someone along if that's okay. I don't particularly mind, but why? You've got this huge TV back home, right? I want to show you something. Well, okay, I guess. It wasn't like my parents would be coming back home anytime soon. So, what did you want to show me? Oh, God. This. He pulled out a DVD with a naked woman on the cover. Oh. I got this one from one of the older guys at school. The mosaics are barely even there. So, you guys want to take a look? Oh, hell yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about watching this stuff like this in a group. Just ignore us, dude. It's your house. Pretend like we don't exist. Come on, Tojo. Let's do it. We spent a lot of time picking this out, you know? Fine. Minato, please learn how to say no. Please, Minato, learn how to say no. Minato, please learn how to say no. Are you watching it, Tojo? Yeah. Come on, be honest. You don't get excited when it comes to this kind of stuff, do you? That's not true. I'm just embarrassed to watch it in front of others. Look, there's only us here. You don't have to be shy. Hey, stop it! The two seized my arm and forced me to turn toward the TV. God. Ugh, I don't even want to read that! The woman on screen had her mouth wide open while, pleasuring herself. I don't want to read this at all! Y'all know how to read, right? Vulgar, watery noises mixed in with the sound of flesh pounding against flesh. Let me go. Whoa, are you actually shaking, Tojo? Oh, God, come on, man. You're getting turned on, aren't you? Come on, join us and watch. I tried looking away, but they grabbed me by the chin and forced me to keep my eyes on the screen. I'm actually blind. Plus, like, why couldn't we not just, like, put the DV in a Wii U so we could play over? No! The mosaics were certainly pretty small. Oh. Oh my god! A hole surrounded by soft folds of flesh. Hey, Tojo! He's shaking pretty bad, dude. Tojo? Tojo, hey, Tojo! What am I... Tojo, you okay? Sorry, man, we didn't know you'd react like this. It's okay. If anything, I should be the one apologizing. I didn't mean to puke all over the place. Oh, Minato, baby boy. What is it? Oh, nothing. Anyway, I think we should probably be on our way. Yeah, sorry about this, Minato. We'll see you tomorrow. Alright, see you guys later. I can't exactly blame them for getting all weirded out. Please stop blaming yourself, Minato. Please. That said, how come I didn't get any puke on my clothes? Did those two clean it up? That makes me feel even worse about this. Bro, that's fucked. Yeah, that's fucked. Ugh. I couldn't help but feel something was off when I returned to my room. In the end, I paid it no mind and headed to the bathroom to rinse my mouth. Good morning. Oh. Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Oh, nothing. Let's go. Right. Oh, God. I had a guess as to why they were acting like this. It was probably because of what happened in my apartment. I wonder if any rumors have started spreading. Instead of following the others, I silently walked over to my seat. Normally, I'd spend the time before homeroom chatting with my friends, but I couldn't really do that now. I felt kind of lonely. Well, I suppose I only have myself to thank for that. I figured I'd wait until the situation cooled off a little. Soon enough, everything would go back to normal. Even after school, though, people kept giving me suspicious looks. I could have sworn I even heard a few of them snicker after glancing in my direction. It was a little unsettling, to say the least. I'd better go home. I grabbed my backpack and left the classroom. As I stepped out into the corridor, I spotted someone familiar in the distance. Oh, it was the two guys who came over to my place the other day. Sitting closely together, they were seemingly sharing a smartphone to look at something. They were probably the ones that caused this entire situation. I grew curious as to what they were talking about. Acting like I was simply passing by, I briefly stole a glance at their phone. Huh? I suddenly felt like I'd just been struck by a sledgehammer. Barely able to think straight, I felt myself overcome by dizziness. Huh? Oh, Tojo. What's that? Look, it wasn't us. Someone else made it. I bit my lip. The picture on their phone showed a... God, I forget how to say this. Idol. Except her head had been digitally exchanged with mine. God damn it! What is this? I don't get it. You got your clothes dirty, so we figured we should dress you up in something else, and we opened your closet, and... I was on the verge of fainting. And then you told everyone what you saw. They must have... Given this image, the two silently hung their heads in shame. The others in the corridor must have heard the commotion and tried listening in on the conversation while passing by. Calm down. Stop shaking. Look them in the eye. It's not like I want everyone to like me, and I'm partly at fault for what happened yesterday. But even still, don't you think this is going a bit too far? Yeah, what the fuck, man? If you have something to say it to my face. If not, then at least have the common decency not to be so obvious about it. Go ahead, say what's on your mind. So, are you, like, gay? What makes you think that? You puked when you saw a vagina. And you've got women's clothes in your closet. I heaved a long, exaggerated sigh. Making sure they caught that, I looked at them with a troubled smile. I think you've got something mixed up. Those clothes aren't even mine. Huh? Didn't I tell you I have a female cousin around my age, Minato baby boy? She has so many clothes, she eventually ran out of space and started filling my closet with her stuff. I mean, come on, let's be real here. I used to have a girlfriend, remember? Oh. Sorry, Tojo. It's fine. After all the trouble I caused you guys, you even cleaned up my place, so I guess we're even. I'll just delete the picture and tell everyone it's a huge misunderstanding. Thanks. Yeah, I feel pretty stupid. I mean, there's no way you'd actually turn out to be a homo, you know? Is that how you described me to other people? No, it's more like when I told them you were a cross-dresser, they started saying that meant you were gay, so... We just kind of ended up jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, who'd want another guy thinking those kind of things about them, you know? I see. Anyway, I'll be off now. I hope you'll treat me to something later. Sure, man. I'm really sorry about all this. Okay, so he's That's that's a totally reasonable assumption to make, classmate. Whatever the fuck. The girlfriend is fake. They're lying. My fingers were still trembling. Yeah, they were right. Everyone knows that. Don't start thinking it's actually normal. It's just the kind of world I'm forcing myself to see. I understood all along that it's not like that elsewhere. I let out a deep breath. That fake picture they created, and the massive pair of breasts under my face. The image had burned itself into my memory and wouldn't go away. Why? It was a disgusting picture. Just remembering it sent a shiver down my spine, and yet, why? Oh, Minato. I'm back. Well, it's not like there's anyone here to answer. Welcome home. Welcome home, Minato. Thanks. I'm home, MAMIYA. I prepared the instant meal my parents had left here for dinner. The variety show on TV got more and more heated as I continued unenthusiastically poking at my food. The taste was already bland enough, but I couldn't even focus on that. I was simply unable to shake that picture from my mind. What's wrong, Minato? It's nothing. The screen switched to a trans celebrity I'd been seeing on TV a lot. They claimed to prefer young men and promptly touched the shoulder of an actor, whose only response was an awkward grin. What lay behind that smile of his? What did he really feel? What do you think, MAMIYA? About what? About these kinds of people, where you can't tell if they're men or women? Do they look disgusting to the average person? This breaks my heart, man. I think their outfits stand out. Oh, right. They stood out because they were different from the rest. And it was only human nature to point and laugh at things we found weird or different. So you think it's weird? Is it odd for a man to dress like a woman? That young woman next to them stands out just as much. The man on the left looks bland in comparison. That's about it. You put them on the same level as normal men and women? I don't really understand how they're different. Oh, is the music loud? Inch it downward just a bit. I opened my mouth but couldn't find the right words. Instead, I simply hung my head low. I see. I wish everyone thought like you. Hey, like, people thought the Wii U was weird. Well, people laughed. Okay, bad example, but like, different people are cooler because they're actually more interesting. Holy shit, MAMIYA said trans rights? That's right, Fusion! MAMIYA said trans rights! Yeah! Yeah. I'm okay. I'm totally okay right now. I'm good. I couldn't sleep. Too many things had happened during the day. Let's just forget about it all. I don't want to think about this right now. I closed my eyes and emptied my mind. Time quietly marched on as I continued to lie still in the dark. And before long, I ended up drifting off to sleep. Society here is fucked. Yeah. Good morning, All eyes in the room were instantly glued to me the moment I walked in. Huh? Puzzled, I headed for my desk. The photos I found glued to it made the very blood freeze in my veins. God. One picture showed me in a skimpy swimsuit. Another one had me pushing up my breasts in a sensual manner. There was even a photo of me spreading my legs wide apart. I have to get rid of them, quickly. I tried tearing them off, and my hands were shaking too much. At Adding insult to injury, when I attempted to peel away the transparent tape, it tore before I could reach the picture. The class went on uninterrupted, with all other students remaining thoroughly indifferent to my desperate struggles. Then again, even if I did manage to get rid of the photos, there was no way I could actually pay attention to the teacher. Not after this. The very thought of having to sit in one place for a whole hour without saying anything felt like borderline torture. Even in this very moment, there were people texting mean things about me. Others no doubt snickered as they watched me panic. They had completely rejected everything that made me who I was. I wasn't just imagining things. Even now, Please stop it already. I'm not like the others. Look, I'm sorry, it's my fault, so please stop. It was all a dream. I could feel my heart jackhammering in my chest. And beads of sweat trickled down my forehead. It's still 3 in the morning. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be awake at a time like this. But if I fell back asleep now, I might end up having that dream again. Even though it was December, I could hear the rain pattering against the windows. Almost felt like someone was telling me I had nowhere to run. I checked my phone for the first time since that incident. I missed a whole bunch of calls from Morichika. My eyes began to tear up. I wanted to see him. But even if I did that now, God, I'm so pathetic. The possibility of getting even more hurt than I've already been terrifies me to my core. All the rest of the world was fast asleep. I sat there in the darkness, clutching my phone. Yeah, it might not be a great time, Pulver. Tojo. Oh. Good morning? Come on, what's wrong? You look bummed out. Good morning. Ouch, damn, your punches hurt like hell. Would it kill you to hold back a bit? He seemed to have straightened things out with the others. After exchanging all the usual greetings with my classmates, I managed to continue my school life like nothing had happened. Hey Tojo, take a look at this. Huh? What is it? His smartphone was showing that trans celebrity I saw on TV the other day. The people on screen seemed to be in the middle of a heated discussion. My heart skipped a beat. Did my conversation with MAMIYA somehow leak to the public? Why are you showing me this? We're seeing more and more of these kinds of people lately, but I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. Hey Tojo. You agree with us, don't you? In that moment, everyone's eyes were fixed on me. The first thought that came to my mind was that they were testing me. Like how people were forced to step on an image of Christ all those years ago. They wanted clear, undeniable proof that I wasn't one of them. Even now, they continue to judge me. Yeah, I can't say I'm a huge fan either. They're just a bunch of weirdos. You think so too? Man, I knew you would. Rio hadn't shown up yet. I just wanted to go home. I left the classroom in a hurry as soon as class was over and headed for the bathroom. You know, Pulver, I think that it's easy to look at something like this and think that it's exaggerated. But one of my best friends in high school, he's pansexual, and at the time he was dating a man, and a bunch of dudes followed him home, and they just vandalized his entire house, busted all the windows out, everything. And, you know, I've seen stuff like that happen. I I was too afraid to come out, you know, like it's yeah, you know, it's rough out there. It really is. I left the classroom in a hurry as soon as class was over and headed for the bathroom. I wanted to be alone. It didn't matter where. I slipped into a toilet stall and waited for my breathing to even out. It wasn't like they said all those things directly to me, but the sheer knowledge that people like that existed and that I was forced to say things I didn't mean tore at my heart like a dagger. I found myself drowning in a whirlpool of pain, sadness, and frustration. It's okay. I'm fine. I've got to keep this up. I can't allow myself to cry. I mean, I'm a man. I opened the stall door once I finally managed to calm down. Finding no one in the room, I heaved a sigh of genuine relief. I ran cold water over my hands, which helped further soothe my nerves. I had always believed I was jinxed. Even now, I clung desperately to that idea. I looked into the mirror, meeting the eyes of my own reflection. The ragged, exhausted face looked back at me seemed almost like a complete stranger. Turning off the tap, I let out a self-deriding chuckle. But just as I was about to leave, "You still haven't given up yet?" I turned around but saw no one else in the room with me. My forehead moistened with sweat as a familiar laugh rang out all around me. I attempted to flee, but it's this guy again. This guy. Hello there, Minato. All of a sudden, my reflection leaned out of the mirror with a twisted smile. Huh? Why am I? You? Well, that's uncalled for. It's the other way around, Minato. You look like me. The strange being addressed me in a tone that sounded both masculine and feminine. Their voice filled my ears. You're putting yourself in a half-assed position as usual. Even after all that's happened. I felt like I was drowning in some strange membrane. I was scared. No matter how much I tried to scream and cry, the waves drowned everything out. I was scared, terrified beyond words. You're a man. Stop it. Oh, look, it's a wild douchebag. Oh yeah, shit's very real. I got a lot of gay comments for my hair and being nice to gay people at my high school. Ended up in a lot of fights. Shit they do to them was horrible. Yeah. I'm really glad I surround myself around people who don't think like that. My school seems to be really liberal and accepting about that kind of shit. Yeah, it's because you live in a big city. Rio! I mean, basically, you know, where I'm from, any little difference, you know, would put a target on your back. I mean, like, oh look, it's another wild douchebag affectionate. So true, Fusion. So true. Yeah, I mean, like you know, like I've said it before, like I was literally witch hunted, you know, and like no one did anything. Like, my entire gym class ganged up on me and like beat me up. And then when it was over, first of all, the gym teacher didn't do anything. And I was pulled out of class later and just told that it was my fault and that if I wanted to be different, if I waved a flag, then I had to face the consequences of that. And that's unfortunately a very it's a thing that happens particularly, you know, in the South and more conservative areas. I imagine things are different from when I was in school, but you know, this wasn't like the fucking Stone Ages, you know, like I I graduated high school in 2011, you know, so it's your fault was always my favorite things to combat. Yeah, I figured it'd be more pronounced and extreme and not the big cities, but to what extent I didn't know. It's fuck knowing now what should happens there. Yeah, it's really ugly. I mean, like racism was really bad in my school too. Like my siblings at their elementary school, there was one black kid, and he was bullied so badly that his entire family just left town. And it's just it's so The world sucks, y'all. It's rough out there. Minato. Rio? You okay? What do you mean? You were lying on the floor. Oh, I'm fine. Maybe I'm a little anemic, that's all. I've been living on convenience store food these past few days, so it's possible I'm just short on nutrients. Minato, how's Midori doing anyway? Has she grown any? She did, a little. That's great. They say girls grow up fast, so don't come crying to me when she suddenly brings home a boyfriend. Come on, don't give me that face. Anyway, I gotta go now. See you. Minato, hold on. Rio's... He's trying to love you, Minato. Rio's trying to love you. Japan, nail that sticks out, gets hammered down moment. Yup. Rio. The roof had yet to dry up after yesterday's heavy rainfall. I felt my cardigan absorb some moisture as I leaned against the fence. I couldn't reveal it to anyone. I didn't want to reveal any more of myself to other people. I'd only end up getting hurt. I'm cold, so cold. My lips were trembling and I'd grown purple from the cold, but that didn't stop me from touching them to the metal railing. My brain could no longer process anything in this cold. I can't take this anymore. My shoulders felt heavy. The air was torturously cold. And yet, I couldn't muster the strength to move away. I ended up coming all the way here without even realizing it. To the place I supposedly abhorred. The sound of the river felt almost deafening to my ears. It was no doubt the result of yesterday's rain. The river had carried all sorts of dirt and mud along with it. Even the water level had risen. I lived in the town where this river flowed. Minato. MAMIYA stood at the top of the bridge waiting for me. All of a sudden, he extended a gloved hand. It was tiny and delicate, even smaller than mine. I gave him a troubled look, but neither of us spoke. As usual, the gas mask prevented me from discerning his expression. I hesitated. The river continued to flow. A humid breeze drifted between us. Nonetheless, I stepped forward and took his hand. And as I did, he pulled me into his embrace, upsetting my balance. MAMIYA, what are you... So, quick question, what even is this game about? So basically, this dude named Natsume died under mysterious circumstances, and these various people who were loosely connected to him went to his funeral. And it's set during the end of the world, and you follow the stories of these different people who were loosely connected to the boy who died. And each of these people have this being, MAMIYA, that kind of manifests from their issues. And they are under the guise that they're trying to help them, but eventually kind of just lead them down, like indulging their worst impulses and ruining their whole entire lives, usually ending in something incredibly horrible and tragic. But that's only half the story. And yes, it is about being sad. MAMIYA hugged me tight with his small, delicate arms and began gently stroking my back. The movement of his hand was precise and rhythmic, like that of a metronome. And then it hit me. I had once known this gentle warmth. What? The river continued to flow, being as noisy as ever. I'm here for you. Dark clouds hung heavy in the sky. You can rely on me. Minato. Within that deafening cacophony of sounds, MAMIYA and I felt like the only sane people left in the world. I felt choked up. What finally rose from the depths of my throat was a sob. MAMIYA continued rhythmically stroking my back. I love you. At long last, relief washed over me like a wave. The heavy weight on my heart seemed to lighten just a little. MAMIYA. Minato. MAMIYA. Standing in the middle of the bridge, we locked ourselves in a tight embrace.
Aw, you're going home already? It's Midori! It's been so long since we've seen Midori!
Midori turned away from the 5 o'clock children's program to give me a brief look. On TV, a group of cheerful cartoon characters were singing a song. The memory of watching something similar during my childhood filled me with an odd sense of relief. I'm sorry, Midori. You should at least stay for dinner. I do appreciate the sentiment, and it's definitely hard to say no to your cooking, but I actually have something planned, so I see.
See you later, Minato!
You can come over whenever you feel like it. Thanks, Ryo, and Midori too.
He looked so happy.
Yeah, smile suits him better anyway.
It makes me happy when he's happy.
Me too, Midori.
Oh, my heart, Ryo, I love you so much.
The little one. Is MAMIYA a figment of their imagination or like an actual person? He's invisible. MAMIYA is invisible. Yes, that is a good answer, yes. No one else can see MAMIYA. I'm back, MAMIYA. Welcome home, Minato. Just give me a moment. I'll fix something up for dinner right away. You literally just stepped through the door. At least take the time to catch your breath. No way. I want you to try my cooking as soon as possible. And this is kind of how it goes, you know. Objection. Kaito couldn't see his MAMIYA either. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so the MAMIYA tends to kind of isolate the person from everyone who loves them, and it's yeah. So, how is it, MAMIYA? Your Jiaoji's still the best. I'm glad to hear that. Once we'd had dinner, I went to wash the dishes. Do you need any help, Minato? No, thanks. Feel free to just relax on the couch, MAMIYA. There's no point in doing that without you. You really are something else, you know that? Minato? Deep down, I think I've always known that no matter how hard I try, I'll never be like the others. I thought I was handling it pretty well, but things went wrong soon enough. We got along so well, on some level. I thought they might have accepted me if I'd confessed everything. I really did. Yeah, no, Minato, it doesn't work that way. Nope, it doesn't. Yeah. But I suppose it was naive of me to think that. Yeah, it is. In their minds, I was now someone they'd rather not even try to understand. Minato. You see, I just like pretty things. Whenever my mother left the house, I'd put on her lipstick and pearl earrings. I just loved how pretty they looked, even when I was little. At first, I was satisfied to just look at them, but one day, my curiosity got the better of me. I began to wonder if I could also become beautiful like that. That children's song from the cartoon Midori had been watching pierced into my heart. Its hoarse voices rummaged through my memories, spreading pain with every new word. I began loudly singing while washing the dishes. Although I did it out of desperation, I still continued on with a smile. My hands started moving vigorously, splashing foam on my clothes and face, but I didn't care one bit. You're messing it up, Minato. It's more fun this way. Though fun, all this little game did was leave me with a messy kitchen and some dirty clothes. Minato. What is it, Mamiya? Two of us stood alone in the kitchen with only a few floating soap bubbles disturbing its stillness. I think you're plenty beautiful the way you are. So just be yourself. I love you the way you are. You're lying. I love you. Look, I know you're just a figment of my imagination. I must have created you when I finally went off the deep end. Look at me, Minato. Even if you say you love me, your confession feels hollow. You're just a hallucination. I'm not, though. You're lying. I'm not. I can do anything for you. His words brought my blood to a boil. You claim to love me. You're saying you'd do anything for me? Don't make me laugh. You didn't do anything. You didn't save me. Minato. Go on then, fix this, if you can. I took out a cassette tape from my bag. Let me listen to that song again. See? You can't do it. You're just a convenient delusion, nothing more. Okay, I'll do it. Mamiya responded to my demands like I just asked for the simplest, most reasonable thing in the world. He pulled out a conductor's baton and lightly tapped the tape with it. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. It should work now. No way, it can't have been that easy. I did tell you it was a special magic spell. I can do anything for those you love. It can do anything for those you love. That can't be true. Test it then. See if I'm right or not. I inhaled a deep breath and set the cassette tape into the player, resting on the floor. Still somewhat hesitant, I gently slid a pair of earphones into my ears and pushed the play button. Huh? How did you... It works. Mamiya, it works! The gentle hum of a song poured forth from the cassette player. A song I'd recorded with a person I used to love. Being musically talented, he just made it up on the spot. The low voice of a young man intermingled with a boy's high soprano. Tears began rolling down my cheeks. I've wanted to listen to this for so long. As the harsh winter sky hung above and dried leaves danced in the wind, I stood on the couch and sang along with that familiar cassette player. It was certainly a little embarrassing, even more so because I wasn't exactly the best singer around, but still. It was one of the fondest memories of my life. I was happy. The boy's voice coming from the earphones actually sounded a lot better than I'd remembered. I too joined the song. I sang the whole thing through. Even after all these years, the lyrics remained fresh in my mind. He was responsible for the chorus in the middle. That gentle, low voice I'd imagined time again in my mind. I loved how it turned slightly higher pitched whenever he sang. Just from the music alone, I could tell our eyes had met. This was the single most important thing in my life. Something I would treasure till the day I died. Hello, Wolfies. Thank you, Mamiya. Thank you so much. I told you I'd have your back. I'd always be on your side. After that, I ended up replaying the song more times than I could count. You know, just the power of music. It is a good song. And I'm gonna remind everyone once again that this is all royalty-free music, and there is Yet being able to curate a good OST is an underappreciated talent. I'm so sad. Anyway, calm down. Calm down. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. As soon as it ended, I rewound the tape and played it again from the beginning. That magical cassette tape held my undivided attention. I was completely enraptured. I knew that if I stopped paying attention to it, I wouldn't be able to hold it together. I kept my earphones on when I walked into the classroom. It made me indifferent to everyone's looks. I could focus on the music and nothing else. MAMIYA was protecting me. The cassette tape felt oddly warm to the touch. Hey, hey! Take those damn things out. Come with me. This is royalty free? Shit, nice. That's what I'm saying. There's definitely something to be said about having the lyrics clearly sang by a woman be described as the voice of a young kid. Why did it feel warm to the touch? Who can say? You can have this. Morichika handed me some warm cocoa. He kept one eye on me while gulping down his coffee. What'll happen to you, man? Come on, talk to me. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not blaming you for anything. Can I drink this cocoa? Sure. Cutting into Morichika's sentence, I drew the cup of warm cocoa to my lips. The taste was difficult to tell. As I slowly looked to the side, my gaze met his. He widened his eyes, but waited for me to speak first. Morichika, I'd like to ask you for a favor. He actually smiled for once, as if he was trying his best to be considerate. Oh, Haruki. Averting my gaze, I went on in a low voice. Introduce me to some girls. Oh, sure, no problem. Is that all? Relax, it'll go easy, especially for you. I know a babe or two that'd kill for... That's not what I meant. I want a girl who'd become sex friends with me. You said earlier that you knew a girl that was into guys like me. Hold up a sec, Tojo. I mean, we'd just be fooling around, you know? Everyone does it these days. Sorry, man, I can't do it. Why? Because you're acting weird. Why? What's so weird about me? The rise in my voice startled a few nearby pigeons. The sound of their flapping wings as they fled interrupted us for a few moments. Hi, I can do it. I mean, I want to have sex. Tojo, I can do it. I won't puke. Man, calm down, man. I've got to prove it. I mean, I'm a man. I can do it. I hung my head. My legs finally gave out, sending me to my knees. Morichika didn't say a thing. I could suddenly feel something cold against the back of my neck. It had begun to snow. The gently falling snowflakes draped our surroundings in a thin layer of white. You'll regret it. Haruki. Pulver, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this might be my favorite visual novel of all time. It's genuinely beautifully written. It's so fucking good. Morichika's voice descended upon me with the snow. It sounded hoarse, almost like he was angry or about to cry. I don't care. I need this. Falling snow enveloped me. What was I trying to prove here, and to whom? What on earth was I fighting against? My entire body was a mess. I could barely recognize myself. It made me wish that everything had ended on that snowy day. Things would have been easier that way. Ever since then, I'd cut off all contact with Morichika. I stopped answering his calls and even blocked him on my phone. I didn't go to school either. It'd be yet another day of my parents not coming home from work. I holed myself up in my room, shut the curtains, and listened to the cassette tape. It was all I did. The water came to a boil. Its slow rumble reminded me of the sound of an earthquake. Or that river I couldn't stand. I kept punching the wall over and over again. My lips had long since lost all color from the amount of times I bit into them. The hardness of the floor. What lay in the depths of the antlion's nest. The smell of dead fish. A place where my heart could feel at peace. I felt sleepy. Nothing had changed. I could no longer remember what my mom smelled like or how tall my dad was. Hey, I did it. I finally did it. This should be enough, right? Hey, come on. Listen to me, jeez. I kept repeating it. I muttered it to myself, almost like in a state of delirium, as if nothing had happened. I knew I would fall apart otherwise. I would no longer be able to maintain this delicate balance. I couldn't protect that simple, mundane love. I couldn't protect myself. MAMIYA, tell me, what would you do if the world came to an end tomorrow? It was a silly conversation starter, nothing more than pointless small talk. Most would eat their favorite food, buy all the things they'd ever wanted, or spend a usual day with their families. It was only meant to make you realize what truly mattered in life, to make you appreciate your day just a tiny bit more. After all, no one had seen the world end yet. The music continued to play, like a flowing river. It felt like happiness had slipped through my fingers. Every new breath I drew was shorter than the last. MAMIYA. Yes? Are you there? I am. You really did stay by my side until the very end. You supported me when no one else did, just like you promised. Are you done? Just a little more. I want to listen to it for just a while longer. I filled up the bathtub while the song continued to play. I started humming it by instinct. I kept on repeating it over and over again. It was a tiny, delicate thing I tried desperately to protect. Yet having broken away from even that, my soul now lingered in limbo with nowhere to go. The tape continued to play its joyful melody from a time when you still couldn't tell if I was a boy or a girl. I wanted to meet that old self of mine one last time, and once I did, I'd feel content. Thank you, MAMIYA. I'm satisfied. I was boy enough, wasn't I? You were. You became what you'd always wanted to be. I did. It's all fine then. Let us go now, Minato. To the infinite trichilocosm where MAMIYA awaits. And so, with no one around to pay me even the slightest bit of attention, the river continued to flow, uninterrupted, like it had done every day. Inside the dimly lit bathroom, Tojo Minato's face looked beyond peaceful. In a sharp contrast with his expression, the blood gushing from his wrist painted the water a menacing hue of crimson. I picked up the cassette tape by the bathtub and put on the earphones. After rewinding the tape until it clicked, I finally pressed the play button. What I heard was a distorted mess of noises, hardly even deserving to be called a song. Tojo Minato. Yeah. Fucking. Okay. Yep. So, there we go. Again. That is, yeah, that was, that was Minato's route. Yeah, I'm surprised no one had the epiphany either. Anybody want to take a guess at what the epiphany ought to be? Any hints? Go ahead. Yeah, actually, do it, Gab. Do it. Do it, Gab. Minato. Minato is the maid. Yeah. And I want to take it back to Haruki's route for a minute. And you remember, you know, at the end there where Haruki is like dying, and Minato makes eye contact with him and just keeps on walking. Yeah. 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 So, it'd be male to female. So next Mamiya, we're gonna you know, the game is finally going to reveal a portion of its hand, I would say. And that means that we are not too far off from starting Downfall now. So we're basically at the end of Fall Down. Now I want to watch next time. Damn. Oh, Pulver, it only gets better. If you have time, you know, and you just want to like listen to something like a little audio book or something, like I recommend watching the other three. Every single story in here is so fucking good. Can you play up to the OP and give everyone a cliffhanger? It's like 5 minutes. Yes, I will do that. Is everyone down for that? You want to see? You want to see? Do you want to see? Because, well, first of all, the opening is a fucking banger. So, all right then, we will do it. Restart. Ugh, my hands are still shaking. Anyway, Natsume died. You know how it is. What choices do I make here? What do we want to do here? Does it matter? Stay put will lead to the fourth choice. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter what the first choice is. I don't think nothing of it. I don't think nothing of it. Nope. I don't think anything of it. We stay put now, right? I think. Stay put. As I stood in place, I realized most of the people had already left. Save for a few stragglers, I could still turn back now. Should I really not talk to any of them? Would I really have no regrets? As I continued standing in place, I was soon left all alone. I silently approached the coffin. As my hand gingerly touched the lid, I heard the door behind me open. I'm pretty sure the funeral's already ended. Oh, I just wanted to see Natsume's face one last time. His seemingly unfamiliar voice made me squint. My fist trembled with rage. Who are you? I deeply cherish those four, and I want them to be happy. They should have never met fates like that, and yet, everything went to hell because of MAMIYA. I turned around. What are you? The man smiled in lieu of an answer. Putting all my heart and soul into it, I shouted at the man standing near the entrance as loudly as I could. I'll ask again. Come on, answer me. What the hell are you? Ever so slowly, the man before me parted his lips to speak. MAMIYA. Enjoy this, by the way. It fucking rules. It's kind of loud, but, you know, just we'll live with it. Homer, you'll probably like this. Enjoy. That is correct, Sans. This was made by one person. Except this, you know, the song is from a band, but you know. Can I save from here? No, I can't. Okay. I'll save them. I'll save all those who came to my funeral, no matter what. I'm expecting great things, Natsume. Oh, yes. To be continued. Next, Downfall. If one guy could do baller ass shit like this, that's yeah, huh? Right? Like I said, this game has there's so much more for it to reveal to you. This is still just the tip of the fucking iceberg. I'm in love with everything about this game. Like, I mean, come on. How could you not be? Downfall has been unlocked. Oh, look, we get look at the title screen. It changes. Look at it. It's so cool. I love this game. Shit, I gotta wait till Sunday? Yup. You sure do. That goes so hard. I know! It's so fucking cool! You're right. If one guy can do stuff this cool, I can kill a man. Maybe even a woman. Fusion. Follow your dreams. It's MAMIYA. Asshole. Well, anyway, that is that's basically we just went through the prologue of MAMIYA, and now we are in it. We are in it now. Fucking with us from the 4th dimension. Fucking MAMIYA. And now I gotta sit down and think about what my MAMIYA would look like. Anyway, I'm gonna end it, and we will pick this up on Sunday, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. Good night.